Okay, so we're gonna continue on with our side control series. We've been going cross-body side control facing the feet, especially if you're brand new to Jiu Jitsu. It's one of the best ways to control someone on the bottom. Always turn towards the feet. Okay, so we do the exact same thing. Last time, this arm was behind me, but this time my teammate doesn't want his arm behind me. He starts putting his arm underneath me. So when I go cross-body side control, his arms are in front of me. If I don't have good balance and he bucks, I may fall over, exactly. Okay, so the other thing too is if he puts his hand right here, just puts relax right hand, it's hard for me to mount because it's like a wall here. Okay, so let's set it up. I was a cross-face underhook. I go cross-body side control in the same way. I shelf the arm, but now as I turn, his arm is in front of me, okay? Now, whenever the arm's in front of me, what I like to do is I like to go north-south choke. Now, his head is on the mat, but oftentimes when the arm is underneath me, they start to try and move around and shrimp. Now, look, I'm gonna go chest down, and I'm gonna shove my hand. See how his head's open? I'm gonna shove my hand so that my bicep is on his ear. Now, let's pause right here. This is one of the most important details of this technique, because if you don't shove your arm on the neck, then nothing is gonna be choking him on that side. So don't just put it there because the friction will stop it from going all the way. You have to slam it in there. So slam it in there. Now once I have it, I sprawl. If he's looking towards me, like look towards, I gotta use my ribs to turn his face. You know, see I'm adjusting with my rib cage. I turn my ribs to either make him look up or towards the bicep. Okay, now if you can come over here. Let's talk about my hand underneath. My hand underneath, I want my knuckles like this. One, because turning your knuckles up or turning your fist like this, it naturally flexes your bicep. So, you know, an extra push into the throat will always help. The other thing, if my arm is like this, it's just kind of resting. It's not really lifting his neck. Here, it's kind of like a shelf to lift his neck. So I was here, he was here. Now, whether this arm is here, when you first start, it's easy to learn it like this because you can push the arm and what you're gonna do, you're gonna sprawl. And now the detail, I gotta back up. So I'm pushing on him. I'm pushing myself to back up and I back up and I go in towards him like this for the tap. And my whole goal is trying to get my head by my knuckles. If the arm was underneath me like it was, it's okay. I can grab the material, I grab the gi, but I use this to crawl myself back. So I'm here and I need to crawl myself back and then in towards the person for the submission. Now notice, I'm not like squeezing the neck. I don't go in and then you tap. If you back the neck up and then put your weight in towards, or put your chest in towards it, your ribs in towards it, what am I doing? I'm putting his head into that bicep. So it's choking him on one side and then choking him on the other side. In addition to backing his neck up, they're for sure gonna tap.